catch you had?
Like I said, coach just made more emphasis of me like being more impactful on the offense because he needs me to do that for us to be successful on offense. So I just made sure I did my job when my number was called.
And what did you think about Gunner's performance today?
I feel like Gunner did a good job seizing the moment. I could imagine what he feels like out there with a lot of pressure as like a individualized and like spotlighted position as quarterback. Like I do things mess up. So like, as a quarterback, once you mess up, everybody sees it, like the ball and things like that. So.
Arian, one thing Dan was just saying was that Gunner is one of the best competitors he's ever met and that he loves his competitor side. How would you describe the way that Gunner approaches the game?
I can say the same thing. I love Gunner, man. He's a wholehearted guy, He's from the country. He's going to be honest and just like a humble, just a humble guy. But I'm proud of Gunner, It's hard to go out there and play quarterback in that type of environment and, in the playoff game, and it's loud. It's all emotions are all over the place, hiding on each sideline. So I'm just proud of him, man. It's hard to do that when you never made a start in the playoffs. So I'm proud of him of how he handled it.
Arian, how detrimental were those fumbles in this one?
Very detrimental because if we don't have those fumbles, we could probably be sitting here in a different mindset, not so disappointed. But, that's how the game goes. Things go well and things go bad. So if we don't have 2 turnovers and don't give that kick return, we could be sitting in a different place. So.
You mentioned emotions all over the place. What were your initial emotions after this one on the field?
After the loss, I was crying, man. I'm disappointed, man. I love this team. I wouldn't have came back for a 5th year if I didn't. So, yeah.
Arian, how can you describe the last 24 hours with everything that happened, not only on the field, but obviously what took place in Bourbon Street?
I'll probably say very hard. Of course, we feel for the people of what happened and stuff like that. But just it's hard to focus on football and really keep the main thing. It's a lot of distractions, Coach told us, and I could say it's very distracting when you're not playing a game. So it was hard to just sit there and think about we should be playing and what just happened and stuff like that. So
we were unable to talk to you guys. Can you walk us through the timeline of when you woke up, when you found out, how you found out, and what the day looked like?
Let me backtrack. So we woke up around 10 because we played at 8:45, so we got a little chance to sleep in, and then I woke up. First, I checked my phone and I seen the news and what happened, and my family and all my friends text me and say, "Are you okay?" and stuff like that. Then I got up to the room and we all got together as a team and really found out what happened and we were talking about it, and we wasn't allowed to go to the hotel and stuff like that. So I knew it was serious. And then I really started looking at my phone and checking it and seeing what was going on, and I was just devastated. What really happened? Because I was it was crazy because I really couldn't sleep at 12 o'clock because so much going on for New Year's and things like that. I finally fell asleep, and I didn't know until I woke up. So when I woke up, I was very devastated, like everybody else on the team, and just shook how we were not going to play. It was crazy because we was planning and we had a schedule and people packed just the amount of clothes for the day. So we didn't have clothes to wear and stuff like that. We didn't have food and things like that. So we had to do other things to get food. But that's not my job for the food. So yeah.
Arian, what are you going to remember most about this team and this group?
I'm going to remember how resilient we are. I don't think I've ever, if I can remember, I don't think I've ever had 2 losses made it to the playoffs because it's a 12-team playoff. So, just how resilient are. We have 2 hard road losses. So we was able to bounce back and make it to the SEC championship and win the SEC championship. So just how resilient we are. We didn't let what people say about us phase us, regardless of my position, wide receivers. We didn't let what people say about us affect us. We just kept going and chopping and getting better week to week. So I'm just proud of us of how we handled the season, and we came this far. So
how would you describe the way that Notre Dame's defense played today?
They did a good job. They did a good job taking away things that we wanted, we wanted to take shots. We wanted to run the ball. They did a good job of disguising blitzes and making sure they disrupted Gunner. So credit to them and kudos to them for winning the game and doing the things that they did to win the game.
How deflating was it at the end of the first half, the turnover and the quick touchdown by them?
Say it again.
How deflating was that?
I mean, it's very deflating. It's just a huge momentum swing. So it's just hard to grab that and gain that momentum back. And when you can't just get a play and score that quick like they did. So yeah.
Arian, Gunner hits you for that long throw there at the beginning or towards the beginning of the game.
Yes.
What was that moment like, and how did that feel? The backup quarterback hits you in stride like that. It seems like momentum's on your side there.
Yes, it felt good because that's my job. I expect to catch the ball, and they expect me to catch it when they throw me the ball. So, and it's no surprise to me or them that I caught the ball. So just I'm just doing my job.
Aaron, when you were talking earlier about the events that's happened over the last 24 hours, how do you approach compartmentalizing something of that magnitude when you also have a playoff game to play?
I would say just do the usual things like you do when you play a game. We played 4 night games this year, so we're not like new to playing a night game. So just doing the same thing, like the routine. Like I wake up, I eat breakfast, I meet, I look at my notes, I take a break, turn my phone off, then I kind of close my eyes for a little bit, and then I get ready for our walkthroughs and things like that throughout the day. So just doing your routine thing and just trying to like not think about it, even though it's hard, of course, but just doing your routine and like, yeah.
How was Gunner? Just his emotions, seize the moment for the first time.
Yes, Gunner. I spoke on Gunner 3 times, but I'm just proud of him. He just, he leaned on us and we leaned on him when we when we needed each other. Like just like the SC championship, like you probably seen things about Lucky and like we have confidence in you, just like we're in great shape, things like that. But I'm just proud of him. Like it's not easy to do that what he just did and like make plays and be like sound and to make checks and audibles. I'm proud of him.
What are you going to remember most about this season?
I'm gonna remember, making it to the playoffs. It's not easy to make it to the playoffs. I mean, it's a little easier now because we got 12-team playoff, but it's not easy to make it to the playoffs, and it's not easy to win an SC championship, and it's not easy to play on the road and play the hardest schedule in the country, which we had. That's not easy. So I'm just proud of us, and I'm gonna remember us being a resilient, tough team. Not shooken team, because when people counted us out, we always bounce back.
And because Carson declared for the NFL draft, I'm going to ask you what you're going to remember about playing with Carson.
I'm going to remember him being a team guy, like he's going to do everything he can to make sure he set us up for success. He's going to make sure I'm okay. He's going to make sure the O-line is good. He's going to take care of his teammates, Like he's just not he's not a selfish guy, I feel like. He's quiet, of course, and he's like going to let his play talk just like Gunner, but he's going to like make sure we okay at times. So I'm going to remember him being a great teammate.
One more question here. What was the message from Kirby in the locker room after a game like that?
He was telling us that keep it in reality, keep it the main thing that we lost. Like give all the credit to them. They did a good job doing things in all phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. It's hard to, like you said, it's hard to bounce back when you give up I don't know how long it was, 99 kick return and have 2 fumbles and 2 turnovers and give them the ball like that. We just handed them like success, Like they didn't really do anything to like stop us. We just stopped ourselves, and so yeah.
Thanks, Arian. Thanks, Arian.